Good morning. Happy Wednesday, right? Yeah, Wednesday. So this morning, I just wanted to continue with this theme of play and playfulness. And because I don't know about you, but the energy feels really good and I want a whole lot more of that. So I asked the messages from your animal spirit guides card deck, what message an animal might have for us to deepen our relationship to play. And the message I received this morning is from Honeybee. Honeybee, let your compassion and forgiveness be your top priority in this situation. So I find this, of course, very interesting because forgiveness has been like our message, like our big general overall message for everything. You want to have fun? Have compassion and forgiveness. You want to break through to claim your power? Have compassion and forgiveness. You want to make more money? Have compassion and forgiveness. So this is the full message Honeybee has for us this morning. To reap all the sweetness that life has to offer, focus on compassion and forgiveness. Compassion means that you have heartfelt empathy for the suffering and misfortune of others, yet remain somewhat detached so that you don't take on their sorrow and distress as your own. Forgiveness requires that you first acknowledge and accept responsibility for your judgments, rather than pretending they don't exist or professing to always sustain, a non-judgmental attitude. The next step is to release those judgments. To do so, think of someone, past or present, with whom you have had judgments or criticisms. Trust that the first person that comes to mind is the appropriate one to start with. Consider 2 or 3 specific criticisms that you have about this individual, preferably captured with one word, such as selfish or cold. Find a quiet place, go inside yourself, and look for the part of you that's exactly like what you're judging in the other person. It may be a very prominent part of yourself or a rather small aspect. You may identify it by recalling times when you've behaved in ways that resemble what you're criticizing. Once you discover that part of you, simply say to it, I love you and forgive you. If necessary, repeat this 2 or 3 times or more, and notice any emotions that come up. In the coming days, be aware of any feelings that arise that may be associated with this experience. Practice this at least once daily for the next few days and watch what happens. That is an incredibly powerful practice to do, and also really, really challenging, because when we have these judgments against someone, especially someone that we think has just completely acted in a way that was very attacking towards us, it's really hard to go, but where am I? Like, when do I do that kind of thing? I never do that kind of thing. Are you crazy? This is why I'm so mad at them in the first place. But honestly, doing this particular practice is so profoundly freeing, because it's true that we wouldn't be triggered by whatever it is that they're doing unless we also have the capability for doing it and have judged ourselves for doing it as well. So I invite you into that space, and it does not feel like a fun and playful space to be in. But I think what Honeybee is giving to us is the opportunity to let it go so that we can play. This is something that is potentially blocking us from being able to live in a way in certain areas of our lives in a very playful and fun manner. So I invite you into that space and take on what Honeybee has to offer. And then I just want you to take a look at my beautiful new necklace I was just gifted yesterday. This is called the Whirling Goddess. Anyway, I just had to show that off. So thank you, Katie. I hope you all have a wonderful day. We will be back here again tomorrow, and you better believe we are dipping our toe into play way more.